Today's case is one of the most horrifying cases of China, where a single man of China kills 65 plus innocent people within 3 to 4 years without any reason. He killed every victim in different ways and different weapons because it is difficult for the police to identify the culprit. So let's learn more about today's case, which revolving around Yang Xinhai. Yang Xinhai was born on July 29, 1968, Zhengyang County, Henan, China. There were 6 members in his family, his mom, dad, and 4 siblings, and he was the youngest in the family. Yang lived in a very poor society where everyone was poor among them all. Yang family was the poorest of the poor, and from a very young age, Yang had understood that the world runs only on money. He was very introverted from childhood, but he was very bright in studies. Since childhood, he was very smart and very clever. Since childhood, he was interested in filmmaking and set designing, and according to his family, he also used to write movie stories which were shown in the theater one day. Yang was very creative. This thing was clear to his parents and all the family members. But once while checking Yang's room, his parents saw his diary in which he used to write all his ideas, and in it they saw that Yang had written the story of a whole different universe. In the book, he writes his own rules, own religion, and own people. After seeing this thing that our son is so creative, despite being a below-middle-class boy, he has written such a creative thing, his parents really proud on him. But they realized that the character in this book was like Yang. That character was a social outcast society. He had no friends, he was creative, but still alone, and he was an introvert. Yang had made himself a hero in this universe. And being a hero, this character did not do well here. Yang's character would commit a lot of murders and crimes and get away with them. The complete story revolves around how this anti-hero gets away from every crime, which obviously makes his parents upset, but even more his parents are confused as to how such a small child can think of such a thing. Yang's character is written in very detail. He writes the name, street in it, time, and he also writes seconds. And this whole scenario really scared Yang's mother. Yang's mom had a fear that he does not do all this stuff in real life. Like I said, you become what you think. And this is what happened with Yang because he did not interact with anyone much. Due to this behavior, when Yang was 17, he dropped out of high school in 1985. He gave the excuse to his family that being around people and the sound of school kids' voices was prick in his ears. After hearing this thing, his parents shouted on him, and he left his home forever in anger at the age of 17. The Yang now kept doing other jobs to survive, and he never stayed at one location for long, due to which change location to location, he started traveling all over China. Once he had to buy a bus ticket to a place about 200 kilometers away. Due to lack of money, he stole the purse of an old woman in railway station itself. From 1987 onwards, Yang started doing small thefts as well. After committing the first theft, now while traveling everywhere, he would just steal instead of doing work. And now he becomes more alert before committing the theft. He would test the person, watch him carefully for days, and then find a right opportunity. He used to wait for some time, so no one could catch him while stealing. And in 1988, when he was 20 years old, he was caught by the Chinese police, and then he was sent to a labor camp for 3 years, from where he came out of jail in 1991. After getting out, instead of becoming a good citizen, he started stealing again. And the police caught him again, and this time he was sent to labor camp for 5 years. And after being imprisoned in labor camp for 8 years total, in 1996, Yang was finally released. But after coming out of the labor camp in 1996, Yang was changed a lot. Maybe something happened inside him in camp. But when he came out of work in 1996, he didn't steal again. This does not mean he became a good person. Now Yang was on an even more creepier path. As soon as he gets out of jail, Yang starts stalking a girl. Yang had never seen this girl before, but still, Yang was fixated on her. So every evening while following her for a few days, Yang attacked on this girl from behind, and he tried to assault this girl, but somehow this girl escaped from his trap and ran away from there. And she directly informed the police about Yang, or after being caught, he was sentenced to 5 years in jail, but later, serving 4 years in jail, he was released from jail. And he let out in 1999. After coming out of jail, 1999, I don't know how Yang had impressed a girl. This girl had no idea about his past or where it came from, but they were a very happy couple. Both were deeply in love, and their relationship was so serious that Yang were going to ask this girl for marriage. But somehow, one day, Yang's girlfriend got to know about charges related to sexual assault, and his girlfriend left him before he could even propose for marriage. And after this heartbreak, Yang became a complete psychopath. Now, from going to jail for the situation with his girlfriend to everything, he started blaming everything else except himself, started blaming the society. He said, "My life is ruined only because of the society. My life is ruined because of the rules of society." And to take revenge from the society, Yang started killing random people, and most of them were girls. And he did not just kill these girls, he also exploited these girls before they died. Perhaps 70% of his victims were girls only. He was most active in crime from 1999 to 2003. So he had killed 67 people, or as I said, he exploited them. And to escape from the police, he never used the same weapon again. He used to keep changing the weapons like an axe, hammer, and iron rod, so that the police could not find out which person had committed these murders. And while committing these murders, the Yang always used to wear white-color plastic gloves, which he would leave near the dead bodies of people after their death. There were 67 confirmed victims in 4 years. This was a huge number. All this happened because Yang was now cut off from its good thoughts and good people. He was so isolated from the society that he could not see the happiness of other people. While using the same weapon, he would sometimes kill the entire family, including old women and young babies, to hide the evidence further. He would either burn the dead bodies along with the house, those people who were lighter in weight. He used to take bodies and throw them in the river, and one of his weird habits was that, as I told you, he used to leave his white gloves near dead bodies. And second weird habit was that every time he used to murder families. So after the death of this family, he would steal their clothes from the house and he would wear them until he killed the next family. And after the death of the next family, he would repeat this cycle again and again. He would change and throw away so many clothes. Because of this, it was difficult for the police to find his proper description, due to which he kept roaming openly among the normal people for so many years. His plan was not so perfect, as I said, that he used to kill many girls. Then he used to exploit those girls, due to which he had gone jail earlier. So whenever he kills a girl, he ensures that the girl is raped, due to which the girls also push him to struggle and save themselves. Now Yang's skin was found in the nails of dying girls, due to which his DNA reaches to the police. In October 2002, Yang was about to attack another family. The occupation of this family was farming, and these people lived in the village side. This house was far away from the other houses, so before the Yang killed them, perhaps he thought that it was very easy for me to kill them. I can easily run from here. So Yang would enter his house and take the same farmer's shovel. First of all, he killed the man of this house. He attacked the man from behind and hit him on the head with a shovel. Then he killed the 6-year-old girl present in the house by strangulating her, and then she killed a pregnant woman present in the house. He hit the lady on the head, and then he exploited the pregnant lady. But this time he did not do anything. He did not clear the evidence. He did not left his gloves there, and carelessly left the house, just thinking that this lady died after some time, but she survived. And she gave the description to the police. And after some days admitted in hospital, she died. Despite his help, Yang was not caught in 2002. November 3rd, 2003 in China. Yang was in a nightclub and looking for his next victim there. And when suddenly the police came to the club for routine checkup, but Yang thought that perhaps the police had got the news of his presence there, and the police were not there to check. They had come catch him there. So after seeing the police here, he started behaving very suspiciously, and he started trying to get out of the back door of the club. But suddenly the bartender stopped him and told him that nobody was allowed to go from the back door. And when the police see all this, so police took him for questioning. And when the policeman entered the name of Yang in the police station, and they came to know that there were so many crime cases in his name, and 4 people had given the description against the Yang and also lodged the reports against him. Now he was properly trapped, and all the people who had given his description, and all the girls who had told the police or lodged the written reports, all of them were behind the campaign. Before anyone could say anything about him, he confessed that he had done all the murders. On the 21st of November, he confessed in front of the police. Yang said that he had committed 67 murders. Police had not even received so many reports in the station, and the police had not expected such a huge number. But he still gave the confessed everything, and he also told the location of the place. He mostly targets from rural areas like Henan, Hebei, Shandong, Anhui, because it was easy for him to run out of there, and in his 4 years killing, only 5 people escaped from his trap. And finally, when the police asked him, "Why did you commit this crimes? Why would you kill innocent people?" In reply, he started blaming his girlfriend because she broke up with him because of this. As a result, Yang developed a vengeful attitude towards society and committed the crime. After this, Yang was sentenced to death on February 1st, 2004. Later, Yang was executed on 14th of February 2004 by firing squad. With this, today's case ends here. Before you go, like, share, subscribe the video, and comment down below.